Welcome back, everyone. We start today by reviewing the three-step process that we're learning in order to solve Melinda Green's 2x2x2x2. Step 1 is to take a completely scrambled puzzle, like this one over here on the left, and turn it into a puzzle where the corners have only pinks and purples on the outside. So taking this thing apart, you can see here purple, purple, pink, and pink down there. Same thing on this one. All corners on both of these 2x2x2s are all pinks and purples on the outside. Contrast that to this one over here. We've got a red on the outside, we've got a yellow on the outside, we've got a white on the outside, orange over here. It's a bloody mess. We've got some pinks and purples that are in the interior. We need to get all of these pinks and purples from the interior stickers to the exterior of each of these 16 cubes. Step number 2 involves taking a cube like this, where all of the pinks and purples have been put to the outside locations, and turn it into this, where we have the pink cube completely solved, and all that remains is to solve the purple cube. I have not yet taught you step 2. In step 3, you start with the cube where the 2x2x2 pink is already solved, and you need to solve the purple 2x2x2, and I showed you step 3 in the last video. This video is all about step number 2. We assume that all of the pinks and purples are on the outsides already, and we will get to a point where the pink 2x2x2 is completely solved. Now I'm going to do a restricted random scramble on my solved cube over here, but it's going to end up in such a way that we only have purples and pinks on the outside. That's the restricted part. You're welcome to do your own random restricted scramble right now, but if you want to follow along exactly with me in this video, I will do my scramble slowly enough so that you can follow turn by turn, starting with your solved cube. So feel free to do your own random scramble or follow mine exactly. Just make sure before you scramble that your cube starts in a solved state with the pink and purple stickers on the outsides. If the pink and purple stickers are somewhere in the interior diamonds, do a gyro with the pink and purple on the U and D faces to put the pink and purple stickers onto the outsides. I'm showing you here the 4 legal moves, and the only one that we're avoiding as we do this random scramble is move number 3 there. We're not going to do any gyros because the gyro interchanges all of the outside stickers with stickers that are in some of the interior diamonds. And I really want to make sure that my pink and purple stickers stay on the outside, just like they were in the starting solved configuration when I began this scramble. You'll note that we're totally free to do number 1, take the 2x2x2s apart and rotate them independently. Number 2, rotate any long face 180 degrees. And number 4, do any axial twists, aka RKTs. Just don't include the gyros. We'll tackle how to solve a scrambled cube that does include gyro moves in our next video. So we've got our random scramble done with the restriction that it's only pinks and purples on the outsides. Now let's get to work on step number 2, which is solving the pink 2x2x2. This step consists of basic block building. It's really quite straightforward once you understand the mechanics of it, and you won't have to learn any new algorithms, although there is one simple algorithm I'll show you that, again, is going to become intuitive once you get the hang of it. As we go about beginning to build our solved pink 2x2x2, we can begin with any of the 8 pink corner pieces here. Just for consistency's sake, I am going to always begin by solving the white layer of the pink 2x2x2. What we're going to see in this step is that the place that we look for pieces to next solve is the top 2x2x2, and the places we put those pieces once we solve them is here in the bottom. This right-hand layer here is going to be our active layer. We're going to be flopping pieces from unsolved up here down to the bottom, the solved area, by doing a lot of R2s, 180 degrees there on the right-hand side. So we'll make sure that we keep that right-hand side clear. So we're looking at the top 2x2x2, and we're looking all around here for any piece that is pink. And because I'm doing the white layer first, we're looking for pieces that have pink and white, and there's one right here, pink, white, orange, and green. What we're going to do is we're going to put it right in this position where it happens to be, but we're going to make it so that the white is face up. And so I can do a cube rotation. Remember, that's one of the legal moves. You can rotate these 2x2x2s independently of each other. So we've got the white here, pink obviously on the outside, and green in the front. Every pink piece has either a green or a blue sticker on it. And now we'll make a note of the color that is facing in the front. This one right here is green. Just remember green. Okay, we're going to plop this one back on the other guy. Doesn't make any difference the orientation of this bottom 2x2x2. And now we're going to do an R2 to put this white, pink, and green, remembering that color, to the bottom. So R2, just like that. And now the pink, white, green piece is right back here. Okay, next we are looking for the other pink, white, green piece because we're remembering that color green. So I'm looking up here on the top. I'm hoping it's on the top. It doesn't have to be. So I found it. It's right here. Pink, white, green up here on the top. Now, when I do an R2, let's put this one on I'll put it right here. When I do an R2, this pink, white, green piece is going to go right back to where it was. It's going to go right here. And I want the other pink, white, green piece to be its neighbor, to be right next to it. Well, there's two options for right next to this spot right here, but this one is no good because this one is already tethered to this white, pink, green piece. This is the spot that I want. And in fact, this green sticker right here needs to match its partner green right in this spot where the orange is. Let's put this guy back to the bottom, do an R2. And we're going to take the other pink, white, green piece, it's right there, and put it next to where the original pink, white, green piece is about to come. And again, remember, it's going to be that green matching with the green that shows up right here. I just had a piece pop, and I really hope and pray that I put things back the way that they were. All right, as I mentioned, we are going to partner up this pink, white, green piece down here with this guy right up here by doing the R2. And there's my pair. Now, I want to put all of this stuff, the solved stuff, down into the bottom cube. So first I'm going to put this solved pair here on the right-hand side by just rotating the entire top cube 90 degrees in the direction of Y prime. And then we're going to do our favorite move in this phase, and that's the R2 over here. It's going to put these pieces down on the bottom. There they are down there. Now, I mentioned that I want my right layer to be my working layer. I want to be able to freely do R2s, but if I do another R2 right now, that's going to take my solved stuff from the solved cube down here in the bottom 2x2x2 up to the sort of working area in the top 2x2x2. So instead, we want to rotate this bottom cube to get these whites out of the right-hand layer. I want them right over here on the left-hand side. So we're just going to rotate the bottom cube twice, just like that. There's my solved white, pink, and green pair. Next up, we're looking for the other two pink, white pieces. There's one of them right here. And then the other one, we take a look around, looks like it's right there, pink, white. And the other color, the color that they are going to share besides pink and white, is the opposite of the color that we memorized from over here. It was green. It's not this green, it's the green that ended up back down here. But they share blue, the opposite color to the green that we started with. It doesn't make a difference which of the pink, white, and blue pieces we're going to choose to solve. I'm going to choose to solve this one right here. It will allow me to demonstrate a new concept. So if we hold it so that the white is up, the orange is here, and then the blue is on the side, and we do an R2, that puts the pink, white, blue piece here on the bottom, and in fact, it looks great because it's solved. But actually being solved isn't great, because what I want to be able to do is pair up this guy with the other pink, white, blue piece, which is somewhere up here, right here, and it's not going to work. When I do an R2 to come back, I don't match the blues. I mismatch an orange and a red. So I'm going to put this top cube back the way it was. This white piece was over there. I'm going to bring this guy back up to where it was by doing an R2. And it turns out that putting orange here in the front is not good. So remember, we were remembering the color green. And part of why I wanted to remember that is so we could think about the opposite color blue. If you focus on green initially as your first pair down there, then you need to change your focus to blue. So I'm not focused on this color here, that orange, I'm focused on the blue. And it turns out that having a blue on the right-hand side is no good, as we've just seen. So what we'd really love is for the blue to be right here, if possible, or to be back here, which is what's going to happen as soon as I turn the top cube like that. So now my blue is facing the back. So it turns out either a blue facing front or a blue facing back. That's what I want, paying no attention to the orange. Okay, so now we're going to do the R2, which is going to put this blue, white, pink piece here. There it is. And now we're going to put the other pink, white, blue piece right back here so that it matches. So where is the other pink, white, blue piece? Well, I'm looking all around this top cube and it's not there. And oh no, it's actually down here. There's the pink, white, blue piece. It's in the bottom 2x2x2. And the place that I look for my next pieces is always in the top 2x2x2. So let's bring that piece back up, do an R2. And the problem is that while I'm putting this piece down in the bottom for safekeeping, the other white pink piece ends up going down in the bottom as well. That's unintentional, but it's just a consequence of the geometry of where these pieces are. So I need to get this guy out of the right-hand layer, but I have to do it with legal turns. How am I going to do a legal turn? Well, I'm going to turn the top 3 layers this way, and then turn the top 1 layer that way. Let's take a look at what we accomplished. This piece has not moved. That's the blue, white, pink piece that we are focused on. And the piece that used to be here, the next one, the one that accidentally went down to the bottom here, is now over here. It's out of the way. Wait a minute, didn't we mess up something that we solved down here first? No, we didn't. Let me put it back. So 3 layers this way, 1 layer that way. So again, here are the 2 pieces that I need to separate. I need this guy out of the right-hand layer. The only thing that we've solved down here is in the bottom. So it's totally safe right now to rotate the top 3 layers of this thing, and then the top 1 layer in the opposite direction. And now we've got our 2 pink, white, blue pieces separated. We'll do an R2. So the pink, white, blue piece ends up here. It doesn't look great because it doesn't partner with the red, but that's actually ideal. We don't want it to partner here. We are going to do an R2 in a moment to bring this guy back. It's going to put it right back here where it was with the blue sticker facing back just like it was. And so I need to take the other pink, white, blue piece and put it here right next to where the other one is going to come back to. So white on top. I need to put it back here. And notice that the blue sticker is facing exactly where we want it to. It's pointing away from us, just like the other blue sticker is going to be as soon as we do this R2. So this piece now is going to come back up with an R2. And lo and behold, we've got our second white pair of pieces. There's the blues matching up on the back. So let's put that pair down in the bottom for safekeeping. We're going to put it first in the right-hand layer by doing the top cube this way. And then we're going to do our favorite move, R2. And this is getting pretty satisfying, gang. We've got a completely solved 1 layer of our pink cube. So now that we've got the white layer solved all the way here in the bottom, how can we make any more progress? Because R2 is still our working slice layer, and any R2s that we do right now are going to mess up some of the pieces we've already solved. We can take these 2 cubes apart and rotate them independently, and we are going to choose to put all of that solved white stuff on the left. And now, just like that, our right-hand layer is free to turn without messing up any of the white layer that we've solved already. Next, we're going to solve a pink-yellow pair of pieces. You're going to look in this top 2x2x2 for any pieces that have pink. There's one, here's one back here. This will be the one that I focus on. You're going to move it so that the yellow is face up, which it already is. So we can move it like this. Keep it yellow face up. And you're going to put that entire piece somewhere in the right-hand layer, either right up here, that would be fine with blue facing us, or I'll choose to put it back here just to change things up a little bit. And then we're going to do an R2, which is going to put this piece temporarily downstairs for safekeeping. We're going to make a note, not of the side color. This right-hand side is never the color we pay attention to. It's always the color that's facing away from us, or if the piece is up here, it's the color that's facing towards us. So in this case, we are focused now on orange. We're ignoring the green-blue pair that we did before. You can continue working green-blue as you move on to yellow, but I'm just going to pick this one, which happens to be orange. We're going to do our R2, which puts that piece right down here. Again, yellow face down. And now we're going to look for the other pink, yellow, orange piece. So if we look around, I think we see it right here. Pink, yellow, orange, that one. Notice that I've put yellow face up, just like we did before. Now the piece is here. When I do my R2, that other piece that we just hid downstairs right there is going to end up here. I don't want this guy here. I want it over here. So let's turn the top twice. Notice that orange is going to be facing away from us, and it's going to match the orange that's about to come right here when we do our R2. And there they are, pink, yellow, orange. Just like before, we need to move that pair into the right-hand side, so we'll turn the top 2x2x2. And then we're going to do our favorite move, R2, which puts the yellow pair right down here. Now this might be a bit disconcerting because the yellow we know is supposed to be pointing opposite the direction of the white, but it's okay. This is just a temporary holding place. So in terms of solving the pink 2x2x2, we are 3/4 of the way there. We just need 2 more pink yellow pieces solved, and then this entire 2x2x2 pink cube will be solved. How are we going to solve them? Well, we can no longer do our R2 technique, right? Like we have no other place to hide this pair right here. So any R2 that we do now is just going to bring this solved pair up onto the top, and that's not where we want it. So different technique to solve the final 2 pink yellow pieces up here. So let's go ahead and take the 2x2x2 off the top and look around and see if we can find the remaining 2 pink pieces. So they're both right here. And so they both share, obviously, pink, but they also share yellow, and they share red. Remember the first color that we did down here in the bottom for the yellow thing was orange. See these 2 oranges right here? So these 2 pieces obviously are the other pairs, the opposite of those orange ones. So that's why they both share red. Red right there, red here. And so I'm going to somewhat arbitrarily think of this guy right here as being solved. yellow face down like I do a white layer face down when I'm solving a 2x2x2 or a 3x3x3. And I want to get this yellow face down right next to this piece right here. Where does this guy go? Does it go back here or does it go over here? Well, the reds are supposed to match up, and this red is already here. So I know for sure that the other red is supposed to go over here. So I can do that in 2 moves. This guy right here needs to go right over here. So we go U prime. This is an illegal turn because I'm not doing anything with the other puzzle right here. But I'm just showing you I could do a U prime, and then to match up the reds, just like that, L. And so those are the 2 turns we want to make. Let me put it back. L prime, U prime. But I need to make them legally. And so the way that we're going to make them legally by attaching these 2 2x2x2 cubes together is to do RKT turns, those axial twists that we talked about in the last video. So remember, the first turn I'd really like to make is a U. That's what I want to do to get the yellow piece right here so that it can be an L turn away from being solved. So I'm going to attach this cube to the U face, like that. Except if I do this right now, 3 layers and then 1 layer, don't do that because it messes up some of the whites that we've solved, right? These whites right here used to be next to these ones over here. Let's put it back. 3 layers, 1 layer. So when I attach, I want to make sure that I attach the entire white solved pieces. That way, when I do my axial twist, I'm not breaking up anything that's already solved, right? So remember, we're trying to do a U to put this piece right over here. That yellow sticker is going to end up right there. I'm going to attach my white stickers here. I do 3 layers U, including the only piece that I cared about moving, and then the top layer U prime. And this is the turn where you got to make sure you aren't messing up anything you've already solved. So you can see, obviously, all of the whites are still fixed. Now, when we did that U prime on the top layer, we did move this solved pair of yellow-pink pieces, but we didn't break them up, right? So that's the idea. When you attach the white, you're not going to be breaking up any of the pieces that you've already solved. That was so much fun. Let's do it one more time. Taking these 2 cubes apart, remember the goal is to get this yellow sticker right down here, matching the partner. So I'd really like to do an L, and that matches the yellows and the reds. Let's put it back. And so we are going to do an L turn, but we have to make sure that we attach the white stickers from this cube to the L face, just like that. So the whites attach. We do 3 layers L, 1 layer L prime, and just like that, we've got our solved pink, yellow, red pair. Okay, gang, we are so close to being done with step 2, where the entire pink 2x2x2 is solved. Let's first focus on this cube, the one with mostly solved pieces. So if you recall, initially we had white face down, but then we rotated it so that white was on the left. And then we had this yellow pair that we solved. Where was it? It was face down. We've got to make sure it goes back face down. This is the orientation we put the entire thing in once we've got these 4 white pieces solved and these 2 yellow pieces solved. So we go there, and now we take the other guy, which finally has a yellow pair. I don't know where it is. There it is. We want to put it somewhere when we attach these pieces, somewhere, so that when we do the R2, it matches up with this guy as it comes all the way up to the top layer. So where is it going to go? So where should this yellow-red pair go, given that the yellow-orange pair is going to come right here? Well, it should go on the left. And so there's the yellow-red pair, and we'll bring this guy right up, just like that. And oh my goodness, gang, look at how beautiful that is. And now finally, we need to solve this yellow layer with this white layer. How do we do that? I mean, if I do any R turns right now, it's going to break this thing up. How do I get these 2 to be like opposite each other? Well, it's actually a really simple move. You just take the top 2x2x2 and rotate it so that the yellow is over here. And when we do our favorite R2 move, all 4 of these yellow pieces are going to end up going here, right opposite the whites, just where they belong. Just like that. We've got the yellow here and the white here. It is unsatisfying to have these pieces messed up, right? I really want this to be solved. Turns out you don't actually need them to be solved. Like, this is a fine enough position to begin step 3 with. But let's do one simple thing to make it so that the entire pink 2x2x2 is solved. Let's get all of these yellows back up to the top with a R2. And now I know when I do that R2, the pieces, the colors that are going to end up right here are the opposite from this one. It's going to be green, showing up right there. So let's rotate the bottom cube so that the green is here. So it's not that one, it's that one. So still white on the left, but now green in the front because I know that's what's going to show up. It's the opposite of this color when we do the R2. So here we go. And just like that, how satisfying, gang, and entirely solved pink 2x2x2. You are welcome to solve the rest of this 2x2x2x2 puzzle using the step 3 that we learned in our previous video, where you just solve the entire purple 2x2x2 using RKT turns, where you grab 3 layers and you rotate, and you grab the opposite layer and you rotate, and you just keep doing that until this guy is solved. This is a good stopping point for us. There are some special cases that can arise while you're trying to solve the pink 2x2x2. I will share them in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.